Hi, good morning everyone. It is Thursday, November the 18th, 2021. My name is Ray Blair and we are here in the glorious city of Virginia Beach, Virginia this morning. This is Money and Vibe today. ViBe is also the name for the Creative Arts District in Virginia Beach. I'm here at the local dog park by my house with my dogs Junebug and Dolly, and we are going to be covering some money and vibe topics this morning, and so let's get into it. So coming in, my first story I kind of wanted to cover this morning was talking about holiday travel that's coming up in the next couple of days. I know that there's a lot of talk about the price at the pump at the moment. The cost of gas, I think nationally, is probably around $3.50. I know in my area it's around $3.26 a gallon, maybe down to $3.24, depending what part of the city you buy your gas in. I know out in California I've heard tale of people talking about $6 a gallon. Yeah, we can expect a lot of talk in the next few days about the ramp up. Of course, there's always talk that there's going to be more people than ever traveling this holiday season with Thanksgiving, especially after last year when a lot of people were unable to visit friends and family and loved ones. A lot of people have been vaccinated and therefore they are able to travel. Thinking about people having all this additional savings that they are tapping into. Maybe some of these people are part of the Great Resignation, or maybe they are also in early retirement. Who knows? But AAA is saying that the travel is going to be up again this holiday season, and it is always, I feel, except for last year, that usually the travel is usually up. And so expect that on the roads. I'm surprised that people want to even fly this year, considering how many of the airlines have had problems with staffing, with so many people talking about people getting angry and upset on the airline. I personally wouldn't want to deal with that. I will be home this holiday season. I will be working until Thanksgiving morning. I'm off then for the remainder of the day. I am a registered nurse, and so I have a really normal life, and so my channel is trying to really kind of connect with people who are over 50, who are getting at a point where they are thinking that they don't want to necessarily work for the next 20 years, but that is looking at how things might be for the future. So you just never know. Look at me with my piece of paper in my hand. So yeah, expect the roads to be busy. I would probably fill up all my gas now before it gets up any higher. I don't know. I know it's going up the cost of the barrel and so forth. It's at $300. I mean, everything is just more expensive, isn't it? That's just kind of how it goes at the moment. Also, I read this morning that the Farm Bureau Federation talked about an increase in the Thanksgiving meal going up to approximately $53.31 to purchase a meal for a family or group of 10 people. And that is 14% increase from last year. So that is based on a very basic Thanksgiving dinner. It does not obviously include drinks or any accoutrements to the meal or decor or anything of that nature. It is literally just the drinks themselves. So, I mean, not the drinks, it's just the meal, which includes a turkey, it includes a stuffing, some green peas, it included a pumpkin pie made from scratch, a couple of miscellaneous items, but it wasn't anything that was particularly over the top as far as a meal was concerned. But what they did mention in the article from Market Watch this morning, because it was published today, how much more expensive the Thanksgiving meal would be, is that really on the whole, when people are hosting a Thanksgiving meal, the price that is generally spent is about $400 to be the host. And that seemed a lot more within range of what I would anticipate somebody spending for a Thanksgiving meal, $53.31. That seemed far too low. I myself am a vegan and have been purchasing on my favorite online market company my Thanksgiving meal, and I have a recipe that I got from a meal kit company that I had used for Thanksgiving, and so I have been purchasing that. There was just a couple of items that I was missing, so I purchased those online, and hopefully I'll have those on Tuesday. I am working, I think, Tuesday and Wednesday of last week, so I need to start preparing ahead of time, because I do like to have a Thanksgiving meal, and would like to enjoy that on Thanksgiving Day, because I think I'm then working Black Friday as well. It's kind of an odd schedule, something like that. So anyway, let me know what you are finding with your own Thanksgiving meal. Have you had any difficulties finding the items on the shelf? Have you been able to find everything that you've wanted? Have you noticed that the price has gone up substantially? As I said, I have moved to using an organic delivery service that I just purchase things, and I found that my bills have been pretty sustainable and manageable, and that has also meant that I'm not buying as much in the supermarket as just a impulse purchase. I think I've shopped more conscientiously because I am shopping online. I try to plan my meals when I'm doing that. So that to me is a way to save money shopping, and it also saves time, not having to go to the stores and so on, and gas and all the other parts of it, and there's less packaging involved, and so I've been enjoying that. But let me know how your Thanksgiving meals and your Thanksgiving plans are going. The other thing that's really sort of come up in the news, and I've noticed that I've seen Matt Damon advertising this on my YouTube commercials, and there's a lot of talk because obviously in Los Angeles the infamous Staples Arena is getting ready to have a name change, and it is going to be named Crypto.com Arena, I guess. I don't know if that's what they're also going to be calling it, if they're going to be calling it Crypto.com Center. That's a lot of C's, that's a big alliteration there, but a lot of people aren't very impressed with the name. I think that they don't like change usually. Staples Center, I mean, it does have a nice bell, but the product that it is advertising on that stadium is a little out of date. I have myself, and this is not financial advice, even though this is the Money and Vibe segment, this is not financial advice coming from me at this moment in time, is that I have for the first time decided to dabble into the world of cryptocurrency, and I kind of made that decision really due to my thoughts about where money is going in the future, and will I have enough saved to take care of myself as I get older? Will I be able to actually think about not having to work and being able to just enjoy the good, great things that this wonderful planet has to offer? It's been difficult to think about doing crypto also because I understand, you know, to mine the currency, it does require a lot of electricity to do so. Currently we use a lot of fossil fuels to make electricity, and so I am hoping in the future, since we do have so much of the modern world that is going to rely on electricity, if we can find much cleaner sources to create that energy, I believe we will get ahead a lot further in being able to see more fair and equitable technology out to everybody. Because, you know, those of us who have access to crypto will be people who have access to good electrical grids, and it's just kind of that is part and parcel of this crypto technology. But I did finally decide to take a look. I have very traditional retirement vehicles at the moment, and I would like to bolster them up a little bit. I did take a hit in 2008. Made a career change. I made a good career change and became an RN, and decided that I wanted to make sure I kind of didn't miss out on this one. I've missed out in the past when I was younger, wasn't able to purchase things like stocks and shares of Google and Amazon and Apple and all of these companies, even though I was using them all early when they first came out, but I certainly didn't have the money to invest into them. And so I went on to a platform that's based here in the United States that kind of appears more as a financial institution, partly because the money that you put in on your crypto account gains interest. It also has some lending features such as loans and credit cards. It provides a 1099 at the end of the year, which is very important for those of us who live in the United States. It does have a limited number of coins that you can purchase, but for somebody like myself who is new at crypto, this has been a great platform to start on. I have already noticed like volatility in the crypto market from what I initially invested, which is, as I said, a very small amount, and how it has lost its value. But it's fascinating to watch, and I really do think that it is important to educate yourself. There's so much talk about gold and silver and prepping for this and the other, and I understand that, but I kind of also see what the wealthiest people do and try to figure how can I, in my limited budget, be learning from their type of investment. So I really felt that I didn't want to be 10 years down the road on this, that I wanted to participate this and now. So a little bit of extra income I can spare at this very moment in time, because I can promise you I have some debt out there that includes like student loans, and I had to purchase a vehicle recently, and because I had a car accident, and I was lucky it was before all the prices went crazy. I was fortunate I did downsize in my vehicle and bought a car that is great with gas mileage and so forth, so I feel very fortunate about that, but still it's a payment that I have. I mean, this is real world that I'm talking about here on this channel. I'm affected by what does happen in Wall Street, but this is the stuff that I need to consider just being a regular human trying to get ready to retire in the future. And I'm not one of these guys on the other side. As I said, I'm a female, and there's going to be more of us who are going to be possibly entering the retirement on our own. And I can say I've seen statistics as much as 50%. So a lot of us women, we do traditionally earn a little bit less. So I think as much as we can participate in thinking about our finances and investing, especially with these turbulent times where we have so much like magnetic poetry of money and finance that we're having to hear with high inflation and transitory inflation and bull markets and bear markets. And a lot of my friends, they just really don't pay attention to any of these things at all. And I think it's a shame, because I think we women need to be smart. I don't think we should be relying on just Social Security or just having kids take care of us, because there's a lot of us who don't have kids either, like myself. So that's never just a smart idea. But I did want to then go on to the other thing, because being a female, that was very exciting for us ladies yesterday. And it was National Botox Day. And Ali, which was Allergan before, was offering its annual deal of buy one coupon of, or gift card of 50, get a free 50. Now, before, a couple of years ago, people may remember that they had a 100 for 100 offer. So it was $100 for the gift certificate and you got $100 free. Well, that literally blew up the site, and the site completely tanked itself down. And so this time, they're just offering 50, and a friend of mine happened to send me a text message yesterday, and so I went ahead and purchased some. I'm very happy to admit that I do use neuromodulators to try to keep some of the lines around my face more relaxed. It does help, they say, with prevention of headaches, obviously, because you're relaxing the muscles, and obviously just some vanity stuff. I mean, hey, I'm a modern female, and I want to look as, I don't want to do over the top, but I do want to feel good about myself in a respect that I can feel somewhat that the face is reflecting as youthful as I feel. And I think we need to have open and honest conversations. And in my channel will be talking about this more. But that was, you know, a great savings. Obviously, I have points, and so it's always great because you still are able to possibly look to use these if there's an open house at one of your plastic surgeons or esthetician's office. So there's always ways to save on your Botox. You don't always have to be out there paying the full price. So that was an exciting event yesterday, and luckily the site did not crash. And you did have to be a rewards member, and you had to sign on to your site, and you were able to purchase it that way. And talking about having to be a rewards member today, and I'm going to show some footage of this, is the story of McDonald's having its 50th anniversary of the Egg McMuffin this morning. And the original founder of McDonald's decided to create a breakfast sandwich 50 years ago, and he wanted something that was similar to an Eggs Benedict, but one that could be ate on the go. So he slapped in one of those American processed cheese slices instead of having the hollandaise sauce, and lo and behold, he created the iconic McMuffin sandwich. It was 1971 when the Egg McMuffin was launched. I was 2 years old at the time, and it was the muffin with the egg and bacon and obviously the American processed cheese slice. And today, during the breakfast hours, they were selling it for the original price of 63 cents. And you had to be a rewards member and have the app downloaded to your phone to get the sandwich. And it was just available during the hours of breakfast rather than, you know, and not the all-day breakfast offering, just regular breakfast hours. So I went past this morning because I went to get my cup of coffee that I like to get from this one place, and I have a subscription membership there, so I pay a very nominal fee really every month to get coffee from this place. And so I went to get my coffee from there and to see if the McDonald's was busy, and I went to one that is close to, it's like right off the interstate by my house. It tends to be quite popular in the summertime and so forth. It has, you know, like I said, it's right on the interstate, it's next to neighborhoods, and I would have thought with, you know, how everyone talks about inflation and so forth, that it would have been very popular, that I would have seen a line of vehicles coming out of McDonald's this morning. But you'll see from the footage that I have, there was nobody there, not a single living soul. McDonald's today has a deal on the breakfast hours between, I think, the hours of 6 and 9 or something of that nature. They have a 63-cent Egg McMuffin, and I would have thought this place would have been off the chain with people trying to buy them, but there's nobody here. It's I saw 2 cars in the drive-through. There's a big delivery here, but I don't see a big old line of people. And so, interesting. I know that they were advertising it all over the place, but there's absolutely nobody here. And this is like the busiest McDonald's that I know in my town. It's right off the interstate, and it's coming up right at 6:30 a.m. So anyway, that's interesting. And then I drove past another one as I was getting my own cup of coffee, and it too, and it was another McDonald's close to the exit of an interstate, and there was a few cars there, but I didn't see the number of cars I thought. There was nothing advertising on their signs about the deal today or the 50th anniversary celebration of the Egg McMuffin. There was like zero fanfare at the stores themselves. I found it interesting since there was a little bit of talk about it in the media, but there really wasn't anything I saw out there. So I don't know if anybody noticed anything at their local McDonald's, or if anybody took the opportunity to take advantage of that deal this morning. I am a vegan. I don't eat at McDonald's, so that's not a deal that I would have snapped up. But I did make my own sort of vegan egg sandwich this morning with a tofu slice that I had kind of in honor of the Egg McMuffin this morning. So that's kind of what I did. So anyway, well, that's kind of the things that I had that were kind of interesting as far as money was concerned this week. So I hope everybody has an opportunity to see what savings they're able to find, maybe how they're finding ways to not spend as much at Thanksgiving, or are you hosting Thanksgiving this year? I would be very interested in hearing more about your thoughts on it. Anyway, until next time, I hope you have great money in ViBe with yourself. This is the Life in ViBe channel. My name is Ray. I hope you're having a great day, and if you like this type of content, please like, comment and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next time.